The story of the Quran does not begin with ink or paper. It begins before humanity itself. In Islamic belief, the Quran is the eternal word of Allah, preserved in what is known as Allah al-Mahfuz, the preserved tablet. Long before it was revealed to humanity, it existed in divine knowledge. It is not a human creation. It is not poetry. It is not philosophy. It is revelation. The earthly story of the Quran begins in the year 610 CE in the quiet solitude of the Cave of Hira, just outside Makkah. A man known for his honesty and reflection would retreat there to meditate. His name was Muhammad ibn Abdullah at the age of 40. During one of these nights of reflection, the angel Gabriel appeared before him with a command that would change the world forever. Read. Muhammad, who was unlettered, replied that he could not read. The command came again. Read. Then the first verses of the Quran were revealed. Read in the name of your Lord who created. These words marked the beginning of revelation. They marked the beginning of a transformation, not just for Arabia, but for humanity. The revelation of the Quran did not come all at once. It descended gradually. Over 23 years. Sometimes verses came in moments of crises. Sometimes they came in response to questions. Sometimes they came to comfort, to warn, to guide, or to legislate. This gradual revelation allowed the early Muslim community to absorb, practice, and live the message step by step. In the early years, revelation focused on belief, the oneness of Allah, accountability in the hereafter, moral character, justice, and compassion. The Quran challenged the idols of Mecca, both physical and ideological. It called people to abandon injustice and recognize their creator. As persecution intensified in Makkah, the Quran provided comfort. It reminded believers of previous prophets who faced rejection. It strengthened their faith. It reassured them that hardship would not last forever. After the migration to Medina, the tone of revelation expanded. Verses addressed social laws, community building, marriage, trade, warfare, and governance. The Quran became not only spiritual guidance, but a comprehensive framework for life. One of the miracles of the Quran is its language. The Arabs of that time were masters of eloquence and poetry. Yet when they heard the Quran, they recognized something beyond human speech. Its rhythm, structure, and depth were unmatched. It challenged its listeners to produce even a single chapter like it, a challenge that remains unanswered. The companions of the Prophet memorized the Quran carefully. Many wrote verses on parchment, leather, bones, and palm leaves, but its primary preservation was through memorization. Hundreds of companions became Hufat, those who memorized the entire Quran by heart. After the Prophet's passing in 632 CE, concern arose during the Caliphate of Abu Bakr. Many memorizers had been martyred in battle. Fearing the loss of portions of the Quran, the companions decided to compile it into a single manuscript under the supervision of Zayd ibn Thabit. Verses were carefully gathered and verified through multiple witnesses. Later, during the Caliphate of Uthman ibn Affan, as Islam spread into new regions, differences in dialect emerged in recitation. To preserve unity, Uthman standardized the written text based on the dialect of Quraysh and distributed official copies to major regions. This compilation is known as the Ottomanic Codex, and it forms the basis of the Quran read today. What makes the Quran unique is not only its preservation, but its impact. It transformed a tribal society into a civilization. It emphasized knowledge, reflection, and justice. It encouraged the pursuit of learning. It addressed the human soul, fear, hope, doubt, and gratitude. The Quran speaks about creation, history, morality, and the unseen. It tells stories of prophets, Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, not as legends, but as lessons. Each story carries guidance for every generation. It is recited daily by millions around the world. It is memorized by children as young as 5. It is recited in prayer 5 times a day. Its verses echo in mosques, homes, and hearts. For Muslims, the Qur'an is not just a book to be read. It is a book to be lived. It shapes character. It refines intention. It corrects behavior. It strengthens faith. Even today, over 1400 years later, the Quran remains unchanged in its original Arabic form. Manuscripts from early centuries match what is recited today. Its preservation is seen by believers as a divine promise fulfilled. Indeed, we have sent down the reminder, and indeed, we will preserve it. The story of the Qur'an is ongoing. Every time someone opens its pages and reflects, the story continues. Every time someone memorizes a verse, the chain of preservation strengthens. Every time someone changes their life because of its guidance, the miracle lives on. The Quran began in a cave with a single command: read. Today, it is read by billions. It began as revelation in the night. Today, it is light for hearts around the world, and its message remains the same: guidance for humanity, mercy for the believers, and a reminder that life is temporary, but truth is eternal.